Jake was super upset the other day because apparently a lot of people think
Whitney texted me 3 comments on the YouTube video like, I love the show. Why is Jake always so high?
Whitney?
No, somebody commented.
He's so high.
And then another guy was like, Jake looks like he smokes.
High above me.
I would love to burn one with him.
He's so lovely. Well, out of the 3 of us, you are definitely the stoner look on the show.
I can't do anything about my bags.
Not your bag.
Jake, I have
Do you want to make an announcement that you're not high?
I have we just needed to
I'm
click.
not high.
We needed to click the whole time, not high.
I promise.
I have a resting douche face. Jake has a resting high face. What's going on, America, and welcome to the latest episode of the Dear America podcast. The Coon Bunch is a new TV show that apparently is coming out.
That's right.
Snoop Dogg let the entire world know over the weekend that the new TV show, The Coon Bunch, featuring our friends,
like all of them,
black conservative friends. Well, not all of them, but a dang good amount of them. So those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, they're like, oh my God, what are we listening to? Snoop Dogg over the weekend on Instagram posted a photo that is the Brady Bunch kind of photo with all the pictures around, and it had people like Terrence Williams, Candace Owens,
Hodge Twins,
David Harris Jr., Herman Cain was on there, and some other people as well, and called them the Coon Bunch, and then didn't put a caption either. And so we literally just made a video about this just a couple minutes ago, but I just found that absolutely crazy to me. Is that not racism? Like, is that not racism in and of itself? Because the only reason that Snoop Dogg did that is because they're black conservatives, right? So if all black lives and opinions and everything are supposed to matter, then why does it seem to only matter when they agree exactly the way that these woke leftist people seem to think that they should?
And what's crazy is that it didn't get stopped. Like Facebook, nobody, Instagram, nobody stopped
Snoop Dogg. Nobody's going to stop Snoop Dogg from saying anything.
It's name calling, basically. And if I called you a name, it'd be a lot different than if I called a black guy a name. That's where the racism comes in. If you're black, you can say what you want about other black people.
Well, the hypocrisy of it is this, okay? So here's what I don't understand. We'll get into like the societal reasons I don't get it for a minute. But so I want to do a rebuttal video about it. Because these are my friends. I found it offensive. These are my friends. It took me 3 times uploading it and trying to figure out how to word it the right way so Facebook wouldn't ding it.
Yeah.
Because it's so offensive what Snoop Dogg did, but nothing happened. But I can't even make a video trying to defend and comment on this horrifically racist thing that Snoop Dogg did. With me, I get dinged for it, which is the insanity.
Doesn't that prove that it's racist?
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's a good point.
If you can't even discuss
upload anything about it
subject, and that goes into this whole Facebook thing, this whole free speech deal, and everything like that. If we can't even talk, I didn't call them the Coon Bunch.
Right.
That would be blatantly racist. But if I can't even discuss somebody else doing that without Facebook getting mad, what are we doing? Like how are we supposed to have conversations of differences of opinion and dialogue? And how can you go through life not being able to call things out for what they are?
Well, yeah.
I think that's the whole point.
They want to control the narrative.
I think that is the entire point.
They want that to be the message, and any normal person trying to comment about how it's crazy is shut down. It's like, no, it's funny. These people are coons. I hate even saying the word, but those aren't our words. I mean, you can look it up right now. It's still on Snoop Dogg's Instagram page right this second. And hold on, I gotta pop open a kill cliff real quick. Oh, do it.
Do it.
What flavor you going with?
Yeah, they got some new ones out.
I'm going to go with the Mango Tango today.
CBD.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a shout out
Ooh, nice pop.
to our good friends at Killcliff. You can go to killcliff.com right now with the offer code Graham and save money. They're an amazing group of people. They are veterans. They give to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Fantastic individuals, and they keep us sane. They keep us high. Well, that sounded bad. They keep us.
We're still high, guys.
Full of energy when we need to with Ignite. If you're working out, you need to recover. They got recovery, and for people with extreme anxiety and just need to chill out, they've got CBD drinks as well.
Best tasting energy drink.
Go to killcliff.com,
Yeah, really good.
offer code Graham, and check it out right this second. Okay, back to what I was saying about Snoop Dogg. All right, so here's the other thing. And in my video, I posted a picture of Snoop Dogg with Donald Trump.
Yes.
Okay? Because before Donald Trump became a Republican, before Donald Trump became president, everybody wanted to hang out with Donald Trump.
He was hip hop's favorite
I was
white
saying,
guy.
everyone loved him.
Mac Miller, all these people had songs literally called Donald Trump.
Right.
Because
I want to be like that.
I want to be like Donald Trump. That's what they say. And it just, to me, it shows true. I always look at whether you agree with people or not. And I'll give people that I think are bat crap crazy credit where it's due. At least those people, Bernie Sanders, for example, at least Bernie Sanders has been freaking nuts for 40, 50, 60 years.
He's been consistent.
That's what I'm saying. You know, hey, you're a nutcase, but by God, you believe it.
Sticking to
you
your
know
guns.
what I mean? That's what you really think.
You're not going to go changing on
Yeah,
us.
that's right. That's
but,
right.
but that's what you think and that's what you feel.
Know what you get.
I have much more respect for that. Like AOC, the rate she's going, I think 30 years from now, people are going to be like, man, you've been crazy for a long time. Good for you. Good for you for being nuts like that. But people like Snoop Dogg and all these other elitists that simply just flip-flop dependent upon what it is and the time that we're in, etc. I just have no respect for that kind of thing. It bothers me on a level that it's hard for me to explain, because stand for something, man.
Yeah.
Just stand for something. How many ad reads, how many sponsors have we turned down because I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to do that because that's not who we are. Because I believe that it is important to have like something that you just firmly believe in.
Right.
Not do whatever the puppet masters tell you to do. And that's what Snoop Dogg is. Dance puppet.
And
that's what he is.
That's what's weird is that a lot of people, like politicians, they will support something because of money, power, being controlled. But these people are millionaires. Snoop Dogg, LeBron James, like they have more money than they can count.
Yeah.
So how did they not stand up for their own voice? I don't understand who's holding something over them to make them do this stuff.
I also don't understand. And this will lead us into the 4th of July was over the weekend. And I want to do a 4th of July
Happy birthday, America.
recap, because while 4th of July was going on, the top trending things on Twitter were all countries matter and F the 4th. All right. So those were the top trending things on Twitter during 4th of July. So here's the thing. Okay, let's talk about Colin Kaepernick first, because Colin Kaepernick was the #1 de facto person. He publishes this video. In fact, let me find it really quick so I can just read. I'm not going to play the video, but I want to read like what he wrote.
And before you jump into that, may it be noted that only 2 years ago he was like, "Happy 4th of July, everyone."
Well, right. And we're going to get into. Okay, so here's what he did. All right, 3.7 million views, 181,000 morons like this post. All right. Black people have been dehumanized, brutalized, criminalized, plus terrorized by Americans for centuries and are expected to join your commemoration of independence while you enslaved our ancestors. We reject your celebration of white supremacy and look forward to liberation for all. Black fist emoji.
I just can't.
All right. So, yes, and Alyssa's talking about a tweet that has resurfaced from 2011 during the Obama administration where he was like, "Happy 4th of July. God bless everybody." And it's amazing how a flip-flop like that can happen. So let's talk about Colin Kaepernick for a minute. I have deemed him the worst American of our generation, Colin Kaepernick. Okay. Let's remind everyone, because I think it's important to remind people, remind people who these people are.
Yeah.
Okay. Colin Kaepernick was born in like Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. Okay. Onduflack or Monduflack or something. It's one of those weird things in Wisconsin. Okay. He wasn't growing up in freaking Brooklyn and all that stuff. Wisconsin. He was adopted by an all white family. Okay.
Supremacists.
All right. He went to a good school. He did really well in school, got into college, all this other kind of stuff, which is great. That's awesome. That's the way it should be.
Became a millionaire.
Okay. Colin Kaepernick signed a $125 million deal with the 49ers, and he got 31% of that, okay, because he ended up getting let go, not because he knelt for the anthem, but because he sucked at quarterback.
That's fact.
And got benched, okay? It happens all the time.
Still making more money than
white quarterbacks.
Anyone.
His net worth, still to this day, is $20 million. Okay? He is a multi-millionaire.
But America sucks.
Okay? He is a multi-millionaire. All right? He trademarked his face for a shampoo bottle. Okay? Let's talk about this for a minute. He trademarked his face for a shampoo bottle. Okay. The problems I have is people are like, Colin Kaepernick gave up everything to believe in a cause. He didn't give up crap.
He didn't give up anything. In fact, without the cause, he would have been a nobody because I didn't even know who he was until this happened. And now he's a somebody. Right. So he can't lose that fame. So it's just really frustrating.
Yeah, count him up. What did he lose? That
whole post was so frustrating. I read it on my Instagram. Just, for y'all know that Graham served alongside every race fighting for this country. So how dare you disgrace? I mean, I was very flustered by that.
Or that African-American slavery in America was the only slavery in the world. It's like Irish white slaves. Slavery's been going on since the beginning of time.
Dude, the military is the best remedy for this entire situation. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and I was like, man, Israeli forces are appealing more and more to me. Just as soon as you turn 18, bam, 3 years, dude. Bye. See you later. Come back in 3 years when you're 21 and you've got some experience. Okay, and here's why. All right, in Iraq, okay, yes, just like Alyssa said, there were people from all realms of everything, Hispanic, Asian, black, white, whatever. And there were some people that I legitimately could not freaking stand, man. Mm-hmm. And the military was very, very, very well known for, hey, man, if you got a problem with somebody and they're not a higher rank than you or something like that, you go take the top off and you go around back and you handle what you got to handle. And then everything's fine. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, you were there for a higher purpose of things, right?
Right.
America could use a little bit of that. All right. Hey, sometimes we aren't going to like people. Sometimes you may have to go around back and handle some business. But by God, at the end of the day, we're Americans. Shut up.
But I feel like that's the whole problem, though, is all of these people, I feel like either need to go overseas to any country that does not have what we have, like Africa, or go serve or anything like that, because I feel like it would create that appreciation of realizing, wow, we actually are very blessed and we should actually be thankful. That doesn't mean that's not to negate, that things shouldn't be right. Like, of course, we don't agree with police brutality, but do you see what I'm saying? And that's what frustrates me so bad is that a lot of these celebrities and people haven't ever really been there.
Right.
And so they're just speaking for fame, and that's what's frustrating.
Yeah, it's what the flag stands for. It's like, you can look into the history
and then I'm sorry, but then I had somebody be like, well, anybody that pays that much tribute to a flag should be checked for their mental health status anyway. And I was like, I didn't respond, but I told Graham that flustered me so bad. I didn't respond, but I was like, it's the symbol, you idiots.
Right.
Like,
and you know what the Olympics are? You remember what the Olympics are when all countries come and they're proud of their flag? Yeah. People are patriotic all over the world and wave their flag and are proud of where they come from. But God forbid Americans be proud because we had slavery. Well, so did everybody else. So what else? Why can't we be proud of, what we stand for?
Well, and the biggest thing is every day these woke athletes and woke Hollywood elitists defend Colin Kaepernick. They're like, it's not about disrespecting the flag or the country. It's about police brutality against black people.
Apparently
but then
not.
he says, we refuse to celebrate your celebration of white supremacy.
Yeah.
It is 100% anti-American. 100%. Walking around with a Kunta Kinte shirt on, talking about how, America is this horrible place for black people while you're a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Yeah, you know who leads the world in slavery still to this day? Africa.
Yeah.
The Quakers here in America, Christians, ended slavery on the face of the earth. It still exists, but the movement to end it started with Quakers in America.
Well, and
the Republican Party.
Well, there was a pastor on Sunday, a black pastor on Sunday, saying that there's no better place to be a black person than in America.
Yeah. Well, that's what, did you see the meme that was them burning the flag or something? I think it was a meme, but it basically said the only place in the world you hate this country so much, but you refuse to leave it, and you can.
Right.
Yeah,
you can leave tomorrow.
Many flee to her, few flee from her.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So at the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick sucks as usual, and people need to learn some respect.
He's got to keep his relevance up.
Okay, so first let's get into a sponsor. Now I want to talk about the 4th of July a little more, because 4th of July this year was a big deal for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And we need to talk about it. But first, we need to talk about Freedom Project Academy. If you're one of the more than 40% of American families considering homeschooling this fall because of COVID-19, listen up. The deadline to enroll with Freedom Project Academy is July 17th, so time is running out. Freedom Project Academy is here to help your children get back on track with a live, interactive, online educational experience with students from across the country from the comfort, convenience, and safety of home. They will receive an accredited classical online education built on Judeo-Christian values for students K through 12. With Freedom Project Academy, your children will be taught how to think, not what to think. Go to freedomforschool.com. That's freedomforschool.com and request your free informative packet. Again, enrollment ends July 17th, so please reserve your place today. This is a great opportunity to enhance your child's education, protect them from leftist indoctrination, and keep them safe at the same time. Contact our friends at Freedom Project Academy today. That's freedomforschool.com, freedomforschool.com.
You got to try and not look high on the podcast anymore.
Are you high?
No.
Oh.
Jake was super upset the other day because apparently a lot of people think.
Whitney texted me 3 comments on the YouTube video like, I love the show. Why is Jake always so high?
Whitney?
No, somebody commented.
He's so high.
And then another guy was like, Jake looks like he smokes.
High above me.
I would love to burn one with him.
He's so lovely. Well, out of the 3 of us, you are definitely the stoner look on the show.
I can't do anything about my bags.
Not your bags.
Jake, I have
Do you want to make an announcement that you're not high?
I have we just needed
swear
to
I'm
click.
not high.
We needed to click the whole time, not high.
I promise.
I have a
good.
resting douche face. Jake has a resting high face.
Nice.
All right. So what did you do for the 4th, Jake?
We had a party at the pool.
Ooh, nice.
We protested.
So you abandoned social distancing guidelines.
Yeah. Well, we were protesting Kaepernick, so we had a legal reason to be out there.
That's true.
There you go.
Yeah,
Good call.
Me and the wife made 100 Jello shots. We were just
saw that.
throwing them out. Made
Wow.
like 50 hot dogs for everybody.
The difference between life with children and life without.
Man.
Hey,
Yeah.
we only got a little bit more time before that happens.
There you
so
go.
we're
That's
living
right.
it up.
No.
We kind of chilled out.
We went to our neighborhood pool, and then we just did a grill out with our neighbors.
And then the fireworks
We had
that
a great
night.
fireworks show because all the neighborhood pitched in on fireworks. We actually ended up
nice.
leaving because it went on so long. Our kids are like, okay, we're ready to go.
We're bored.
Well, also shooting fireworks takes on a whole nother thing when you become a parent. It's
Yeah.
no longer as fun because you're having to make sure that they don't die
Yeah.
the entire
Gage
time.
is like, I got the bottle rocket.
Gage
oh
is
my
trying to
gosh.
light it and with his face directly over the thing,
Back up.
So I'm
Back
trying
up,
to
Derek.
teach him. I'm trying to teach him the lean technique, and
And
stuff.
meanwhile, all 4 of my girl and then 3 of her little friends were on the golf cart like, oh, it's so loud. And then our neighbor gets out this green laser and starts just shining on the ground, and they start chasing it like a cat.
Wow.
And that's what entertained them the most, not even the fireworks. So,
Smart dude.
Yeah,
Keep you
you
occupied.
start treating your children like animals, and there it goes.
But it was a great 4th. We had a good
Yeah,
time.
it
It was good. Did you guys see the video from California?
I was just fixing to say that if you did
the
it.
fireworks.
Dude,
So
unreal.
Amazing.
That was LA County specifically, but California as a whole, Gavin Newsom had come out and said, no fireworks.
He was so mad.
And no, nothing. And then they show this
Lit up.
local news like drone footage, and it literally looked like a movie. Like at first I thought it was fake. I was like, there's
Yeah.
no way this is real.
Crazy.
Thousands, not just thousands of fireworks, thousands of different locations
All over.
throughout all of LA County just shooting fireworks and stuff. And then I even heard reports like in Boston and New Jersey and all these places that, it normally is not as loud as that. And people are getting sick and tired of this waiting game, man.
Did you hear, or I can't remember, maybe someone wrote me, but they said that they were watching it in California and like just how all of them were popping up and they were on their front porch. And I think her dad or someone leaned over and just said, here's your silent majority.
Yeah, there's the silent majority.
You know what would be hilarious is if Newsom and his family, he's like, we're not buying fireworks, kids. And they all sat bored in the backyard. And then all of them start going off. And
They just watched everybody
his
else's
kids are
fireworks.
like, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
You're so much fun.
Actually, they were probably like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. What else happened? So,
The Black Panther Party is on the rise.
oh, great.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
There's footage from Georgia of this big group of a black militia, the Black Panther Party, that they're basically saying, we're here. If you want a war, you got a war. And they're walking around quote unquote, practicing military exercises. And a whole bunch of pictures have come out. Like one guy with what looks like an AR, but it's a 22 AR.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
And there's a malfunction, like the bullet's halfway pinned out of the gun. And yeah. So nothing really to worry about, but I just think it's crazy how far some radicals on that side have got. It's like, that's what you really want to do? Who are you challenging? White Southern conservatives?
There's no telling.
Think again.
The president is under fire right now. Bubba Wallace is trending #1 again. The president attacks Bubba Wallace. The president pretty much said, has Bubba Wallace apologized to all those great NASCAR drivers and officials who came to his aid, stood by his
Wasted their
side,
time.
and were willing to sacrifice everything for him, only to find out that the whole thing was just another hoax. That and a flag decision has caused lowest ratings ever.
I mean, it's true.
It is true.
It's 100%
I mean, you know-
It's
true.
true. Hey, man, look, at the end of the day, the dude never even saw it, right?
Yeah.
So shouldn't there be like some type of responsibility or ownership as an adult that
Yes.
said, maybe I jumped the gun just a little
Yes.
bit. It's kind of like your kid's been missing for 5 minutes and you call the FBI. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I got it. Maybe you just should have figured that out a little bit
Yeah.
before you jumped all the way to making it national news and the FBI being a part
Well,
of it.
that's what I said whenever the investigation was done. It's like, oh, they investigated it. It was a, garage pull rope. Nothing to see here.
But the
It's
thing is,
well,
nobody-
what happened? Who put it there? Who called who? We need to get to the bottom of how this all started.
But I think that's the problem is no one seems to care about the truth, which is why
Yeah.
it's so frustrating for so many Americans, because even though that all came out, people are still defending him
Yeah.
and
Well,
saying that he's right.
the
because
media.
you can't do anything wrong right now.
Yeah.
If
But that's
you,
a horrible place
if
to
you,
be.
If you are an African American right now, it doesn't matter what you say, what kind of gun you jump. It doesn't matter. Everyone's going to defend you. Oh, well, why wouldn't he think that, even if it wasn't that he
Which
shouldn't have thought
honestly
it was in the first
is
place?
very telling of the time we're in.
Well, right. Bill Cosby's lawyer has now filed an appeal saying that his sentence was due to systemic racism.
Well, I
Nice.
actually saw that a lot of people, which is another very slippery slope, are starting appeals due to systemic racism, which is very terrifying
Yeah.
to be letting some of these people out of jail that should be there.
8 months ago, the entire world hated Bill Cosby because he was a serial rapist of women. Now, I guess that doesn't matter anymore. He was black and he wasn't given a fair trial for being a serial sex offender.
I do wonder
assaulter.
how fair the trial was. I mean, if he did it, he did it. But, he was throwing parties back in the day and giving out Quaaludes to anybody who wanted to take them. If he drugged them, that's different. I'm just saying, these people didn't bring it up for 30 years. Like
I'm just saying, man.
We supported Kavanaugh, had his back. So
as far as I know, it wasn't just white women that were accusing him.
I didn't say just white women. That's
what I mean, though. I mean, so I don't see where racism played a role in that.
No, not at all.
You know who can't call racism? O.J. Simpson. That man can't claim racism on nothing, man.
Or how about the guy up in...
and again, O.J. killed a white girl. He got away. I mean, I'm just saying, man. Let's
up
be
in
for
Seattle,
real.
the girl that just died got hit by the car on the highway. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
It was a pretty graphic video, but this guy was, being surrounded, harassed. So he was on the highway and sped around. And when he comes around this van, he ends up hitting two of the people that were running on the highway. Killed one of them, but he's black. And the girl that got hit was white. So he's innocent in there. He's on the highway trying to,
maneuver around.
Yeah, to protect his own safety. And he hits, a white Antifa-looking girl, and she just passed away, and that's terrible. But you're running on the highway.
Don't play in the street.
People.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. Don't play in the street.
Yeah.
We've learned that since we were 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also,
around in the street.
but at what point and someone wrote me this, and it is frustrating. Do we allow law enforcement to be law enforcement? Like, at what point do we say, okay, this is enough? People are getting hurt. This is not helpful. All these monuments, you're destroying history. At what point is enough? And we say that.
Right.
I mean, because we're literally sitting here watching it every day play out.
Well,
it's a little annoying.
What was that comedian we saw the other day that is like, now that I'm older, I just see people die from doing stupid things. And I'm just like, well, you knew you weren't supposed to do that. He said he was referring to like horror movies, like when you watched horror movies when you were a kid. You're like, oh my God, run, get away. And now when you watch it as an adult, you're like, your mom and daddy told you not to leave the house.
Right.
If you would have just done what they told you to do, kill them, Jason. They were drinking too. Kind of stuff. And anyway, it's the same deal. All right. Let's see. What else is happening?
Cases of corona are going up.
Oh, yeah. So let's talk about that. But before we do, let's get into Simply Safe. What's the number one sign of a bad home security system? A home security system that is so complicated you never use it. This is exactly the type of security system Simply Safe has spent a decade fighting against. They believe that simple is safer, and it's exactly why Simply Safe is the home security system for right now. Simply Safe was designed to be easy to use while protecting your home 24/7. No technician or salesperson has to come and disrupt your house. You don't need to pay any outrageous monthly fees or sign a 2-year contract. I am not a handy person. I was able to figure it out. It's super convenient. Simply Safe was named the best overall home security of 2020 by U.S. News and World Report, and their 24/7 professional monitoring and emergency dispatch starts at 50 cents a day. Head over to simplysafe.com/Dear America and get free shipping and a 60-day money-back guarantee. That's simplysafe.com/Dear America to make sure they know that our show sent you. All right, so yeah, COVID is surging. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this because now I remember what we have to talk about, and I'm an idiot for forgetting it. I had a slight COVID scare the past couple of days, so I have asthma. All right, I've talked about it a little bit, and here lately, man, it has just been really, really bad.
It's because of that desert storm of 2020.
It could be because
our air quality sucked.
It could be because of a lot of things. Every couple years, I seem to have like a really bad spell for a while. However, the coronavirus is a lung type thing. So I went to the doctor like I normally do, get like some steroid stuff to help knock it out. And I got a test because obviously the coronavirus is a lung thing. So I took the test. Man, this thing took like a week to come back. So I'm sitting here, can't breathe, and I'm sitting there trying to go, man, I really hope I don't have this thing. I'm negative, just in case anyone was curious.
I'm sorry, Graham.
As I sit here in this building with all these people. My manager has it. I keep his name out of it, or had it, and he was describing it to me, and he said, man, I didn't feel great, but I don't really understand what we're shutting down the entire world for.
Yeah.
Well,
over this
everyone that we
thing.
know has had it. The majority opinion is that unless, like the flu, obviously you are compromising your immune system
Right.
or an elderly person.
I always think of The Office whenever Kevin is negative for skin cancer and Michael gets all
He
upset.
got
Yeah.
upset.
It's like, oh, well, apparently in the medical community, negative is a good thing.
Yeah, it's nuts to me. And I saw a report. I saw two reports that we're going to say really quick, and then I really want to move on to the big topic that I want to discuss today. One is July 3rd. They put this article out that they're just now releasing a test that can truly differentiate between COVID and the flu.
Yes.
Other coronaviruses.
Which is incredible that that's not here already. And then two, a Stanford doctor said that under the age of 45, the mortality rate is 0. Or no, almost 0. This is what he said, like 0.001% of people that are under the age of 45. We're shutting the entire world down over that. But that is not the big thing that I want to discuss. I can't believe that I forgot about it while we were talking about Kaepernick because it's football. So July 2nd, the NFL announces that they are going to play before the national anthem, the Black National Anthem. Mm-hmm. What the crap is a Black National Anthem? And then I love people who write and they're like, ugh, you uneducated racist bigot. The Black National Anthem has been around since the 1900s, and it's lift every voice and sing. And my response to that is, I don't give a crap if it's a real song or not. It's not a black national anthem is not a real thing.
Right.
Well, the thing is, it's divisive by nature in
It's
and of
racist.
itself. It
It
is
is
a black.
blatantly racist.
Our national anthem is national. It is.
You're not
all of
only
us.
making like white enemies, you're making Mexican enemies, you're making Asian, and everybody else.
Well, then
who
everyone's
has
going to want their
similar
own
problems.
anthem, their own national
I
anthem.
don't think anybody else wants their own.
Well, probably no.
I think that's
probably
the
not.
only one.
But the
right
point
now
is,
that-
like, that's why I got so upset. That's not the national anthem. The national anthem, like I said, is for, I get respect. I get so much pride, and I get more angry than Graham over this
Right.
because he's so modest about his service. But like, no, that is, I watched them link arms in arms, going and fighting for this amazing country, and then for you to just disgrace all that and just say no, that's not good enough. No,
Right.
like that's my
The national
flag.
anthem is not
This is
white.
our freedom. This is all of us, and so to do that is just divisive by nature in and of itself.
Right.
And it's not about that we don't respect your culture or that's not a wonderful song. It is about that is not our national anthem.
Well, and people are like, well, why shouldn't we have a Black national anthem? Why should, if you're not racist, why would you have a problem with the Black national anthem? Because this isn't a black nation.
Yeah.
This isn't a white
Right.
nation.
Right.
This isn't a
They call us a
Hispanic
melting pot for a
nation.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. Are we going to have a white national anthem? Well, that is the national anthem, the white national
Yeah.
anthem. Okay. Okay. We're going to have a
Tell that to people like Alan West and other, black people who have
that's what I'm
served
saying.
in
Or
the
obviously all of
military.
our people.
Are we
who
going to
have
have?
served.
Are we going to have a gay national anthem? We're going to have a Republican national anthem.
Let's sing them all at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to have an hour and a half pregame show just for songs. And it's just, this is pandering at its worst. And I don't know any well-respecting African-American friends that enjoy pandering. In fact,
Right.
most of them that I know can't stand it, and it makes them very, very, very upset. So the NFL is 70% black. You're pandering to 70% black. Well, we have to make sure they're happy. You pay them millions of dollars a year. They're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Because of that song, the national anthem and what it stands for and
Yeah.
the flag,
Yeah.
they are able to make that kind of money. We're able to have a black president.
again,
we have,
You
all
can
this
have
equality.
a beautiful rally or anything, and you can sing that beautiful song. It's a lovely song. I listen to it. It's fine, whatever. It's your culture, embrace it, fine. But the point is, you can't replace or even try. You know exactly what you're doing by putting that before the national anthem. You are
Yes.
choosing to divide on purpose, and that's what irritates
And
me.
when does it
It's
end?
not the song.
When does it end? So
It doesn't.
We'll do the black national anthem.
It doesn't.
You
That's
want to
the
replace
problem.
the American flag with a black flag or whatever it is. When does it stop?
It
you wanna
hasn't been stopping, and that's what's scary to me. Is it
reverse
just keeps going.
So we need to enslave white people for what they did to us. Like, I don't put it past you at this point, because like this armed militia in Georgia, that's basically what they were saying. This is our country. We're taking it back. Like, that sounds like war. That sounds like violence. And nobody else is doing that right now. Like, the KKK hardly even exists anymore. So who are the ones being racist and violent and trying to take over, you know?
Well, again, like I said, there comes a point where adults have to be adults, and everybody just has to tell everybody to shut up. No. The answer is no. No, you're not getting that, because that's stupid and that's ridiculous. You get paid millions of dollars to wear a uniform to play a game. You made it.
While complaining about how things aren't fair for people.
You made it, okay? You made it. You got cops working 12-hour shifts, getting shot at and hated, making $40,000 a year before taxes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shut up and be quiet, man.
Do you even think it's the majority of the players, or just the powers that be who are pulling these strings?
I think it's the social issue. So if you're a black football player and you don't support it, you just don't say
you're put
that.
in woke prison or something.
Yeah, it's like, I'll just let them do it. I don't want to come out against all this.
Well, there will be a day, I feel like, when the silent majority gets tired. We were talking about that the other night too at our friend's house.
Nobody fought in the Civil War, the American Revolution, Vietnam, World War I, World War II, Iraqi war. Nobody fought in that for the black national anthem. It's not a real thing. Yeah. I don't give a crap. I don't care what you say. It is a real thing. It's been around since shut up. No, it's not. It's lift every voice and sing.
Overseas,
you can't just go, okay, I want Bon Jovi "Living on a Prayer" is the new national anthem. That's the white national anthem. "Living on a Prayer." Bon Jovi, shut up. Or "Thunderstruck" is the new white national anthem. See what I'm saying? See how dumb that is?
But the point is, again, it's a symbolism. What flag flies when y'all were in Iraq or Afghanistan or Africa or wherever you are? What flag always flies? What flag do you present, on the coming home of a loved one who has died? It's a symbol.
Well, it was Terry Crews that said this is an attempt for black supremacy.
Right.
Oh, yeah, he did. He's definitely in woke prison.
How else does it look to the rest of the country?
And everybody hates him for it right now.
Yeah,
for people of all races, we have one song we all sing together. It's not a white national anthem. You go to sporting events, everybody's singing that song. But no, you want to shove yourself in there and say, no, this is what we're singing now. Okay, well, flip that around. Just like all these situations, flip it around and tell me if it's racist.
Anyway, like I said, there is no black national anthem. Again, there is no black national anthem. There is the national anthem. Anyway, and then a lot of people have a problem with the Francis Scott Key national anthem because there's multiple verses. But again, we selected the right verse that represents what America stands for, that at the end of the day, the flag is still standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And again, if you look at history, we've talked about this. We're proud of where we came from.
Right, exactly.
Yes, it's stained, it's marred, it's dirtied a little, but it's still flying. We're still here, and we've progressed.
Exactly. Yeah. These are the same people that 100 years from now, we're going to look back and go, how could these people have been so barbaric that they were okay with murdering babies?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same. In fact, a lot of people, I would, and this is generalizing a little bit, but I would be willing to bet that a lot of people that are pro all this black national anthem, tearing down the statues, white people owe us stuff, are very, very pro-choice as well. And so you're the same. You are the same type of mindset of people that you claim to hate that had been back in the beginning that you attribute white people to now. Yeah. Anyway, but let's move on with our last sponsor. We the People Holsters. Record number of people are buying guns and ammunition for the first time. If you are one of them, please be safe and please holster that new handgun in a We the People holster. Starting at just $39, We the People holsters are custom designed to fit your firearm perfectly and made right here in the USA. They have thousands of options to choose from, plus an amazing selection of printed holsters. Their proprietary clip design allows for you to easily adjust both the cant and ride of your holster and will fit comfortably and securely at all times. Now is the time to support American companies. Go to wethepeopleholsters.com/Graham to get yours. Every holster ships free and comes with a lifetime guarantee. Get an additional $10 off with the offer code Graham. Satisfaction guaranteed. If it's not a perfect fit, send it back for a total refund. That's wethepeopleholsters.com/Graham. wethepeopleholsters.com/Graham. Offer code Graham.
Yeah.
And I'm spent. I'm out of breath at that point. So this week, I'm excited to see what happens. Bubba Wallace and the president are getting into it right now, which is
and Kanye West is apparently running for president.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
I mean, why not?
So stupid.
Why not?
But
We're doing this.
Kanye West is running for president, I guess.
It's 2020. Anything can happen.
Why not at this point?
We were talking about the NFL. You remember the beginning of the Super Bowl? It was the Johnny Cash song, That Battered Old Flag. And they had, was it Kyle Carpenter? Was that his name?
Yeah.
Kyle Carpenter.
Yeah.
The Medal of Honor. Yeah.
Yep.
It was like one of the most amazing
I remember that was beautiful.
trailers, commercials, whatever, about the flag and everything it's been through. And that's how we started the Super Bowl. It's like, well done, NFL.
And how many
then
people
this year,
have sang that? I mean,
that's one of the greatest songs ever. And it's...
No, I mean the national anthem. Like how many how many pop icons have?
Fergie's was the best one.
Oh gosh,
God.
don't. No.
It was terrible. Anyway, all right. So that's all we got for this episode today, guys. My book, we're in the final 3 weeks of pre-order. You can go to America316.com to get yours now. Every order right now gets entered in to win a free AR-15. So go order yours. They actually the book goes live July 28th. So we are on the final stretch here. That's all I have. Jake, where can they find you?
Instagram at producer_Jake, and I'm not high.
And
And I'm not high.
you should change your name to
Not High Jake.
Producer.
Not high producer.
Jake.
Producer not
Alyssa,
high.
where can they find you?
Alyssa Allen on Instagram and Facebook, and Hey America is on tomorrow. We have Yaku Buens talking about sex trafficking and Ghislaine Maxwell being arrested and some conspiracy theories. But Yaku's really good, so it's a good one to tune into.
Cool. And of course, I'm Graham Allen. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Dear America podcast, and we'll see you all again next time.
Bye.
See ya.